Okay, so we are currently on the home page of the application. Here's the policy page, just going over some important information regarding patient privacy and how data is handled. Here we're going to be creating a new patient, and their name is Noah Shu. You can enter the patient's email and enter a password for the patient so that later on the patient themselves can log in to the application themselves. And this process can obviously be done by the field operator using this application. So here you select patient, then additional information pops up for you to add in details relevant to the patient, such as phone number, their birthday, for example. Um, and we're just going to put in an address so we know where this patient is actually located. We can include some allergies, and this is done through like the initial survey. And then we can include any pertinent medical information that is found regarding the patient that the field operator can input when they're surveying the patient. So here, there's also some form validation as well. So the birthday wasn't properly inputted, so just add it in the month and day. Then we can finally click register, and it'll redirect you to the login page for you to actually log in uh, for that user. So now later on, the patient can actually log into their DataCare account. So if they remember their email and password, they can just simply input it in and log in. And back to the home page, they can now see new tabs. So they can look at the profile tab, and this includes um, some like the basic information that they have. And you're also able to edit that information as well in case that there was some mistake when you initially entered that information. You're able to edit stuff that does not pertain to your medical information. So that way, it's just like some basic information that might be wrong, such as like your name, for example, or your address, if in case you update it over time. And then logging to a different patient, we can see that there are some appointments that the patient can see. So they can see the time, who it's with, and what like some general notes are for what that appointment entails. And now we're going to actually log in to a field operator's account. So this is what it looks like for them. So here, the field operator can only create appointments. So they can select a patient from the system, select a healthcare provider. They can write down that, hey, I was the one who uh, is inputting this patient into the system. You can also create a date for the appointment, a time for the appointment, and also include some general notes as well for what this appointment entails. So for this one, it's going to be a checkup after a leg surgery, for example, and then you're just going to create that appointment. And now we're actually going to finally take a look at the dashboard as well to see some general statistics about the data as well. And then we're now going to log in to the patient again, and we can now see that on the appointments page, they will now see that new appointment updated that was just inputted by the field operator on their accounts end as well. Now we're going to log in to a healthcare provider instead and see what it looks like for them. So when the healthcare provider logs in, many of the same tabs, but also some additional functionality as well. So for example, here's the profile page again. Um, and we can also look at patients, and they can see all the patients in the system that are assigned to them, and they can also see the previous appointments that that patient has had, so they're able to follow with the medical history, and we're also able to help with their medical journey as well, continue to update notes about medical information as well, consolidating it all under that patient's profile. And so for example, here we're adding in some additional medical information, and now when you click that patient, it's already updated into the system um, as well. Now, if we go to the appointments page, they can see all the appointments that have been assigned to that healthcare provider, and they can also create their own appointments too, because it would make sense that a doctor can create their own as well.